All right, today we're taking a look at FNV's latest UltraColor LED lights. Now these are basically the same version of LED lights they have on the market. The biggest difference is that these are using LED bulbs that have a higher CRI rating, basically better color, better output. So before we get into those tests, we're just going to take a look at what's in the box, and we'll start with the Z180. All right, these are the Z180 bicolor LED light panels. As the name describes, there's 180 LED lights in here, 90 daylight balanced LEDs and 90 tungsten balanced LEDs. You can adjust the color temperature from 3200K to 5600K. There is a full daylight version of this model also. The Z180 bicolor version is rated at 1380 lux, while the full daylight version is rated around 1460 lux. This light comes with one magnetic diffusion filter, since you can change the temperature directly from the unit. All right, so there's several powering options on the Z180. It can be powered directly through a Sony NP L series type battery or through 6 AA batteries inside the battery compartment. You can also plug in an external power source on the jack behind it, anywhere from 5.8 to 16.8 volts DC. You can stack multiple Z180s together, and they can be linked up through its expandable link system. Now the lights can be stacked either horizontally or vertically to create one large light panel or one large light source. It's especially useful when you can't travel with a single large light panel. You can just break these down into small pieces and fit them into smaller bags. Now when the lights are linked together, the SmartSync control circuit allows you to control the intensity of all the lights by just turning one of the dimmer knobs. And the same goes for the bicolor version. If you just adjust the color temp knob, you can control all of the bicolor lights with all the LEDs stacked together. All right, so these are the Z96 UltraColor LED lights. Now the Z96 has been out for a long time, very, very popular LED light. But we will unbox this right now just to take a look at what comes inside of this. So here's the Z96 LED unit. Now this is not a bicolor version. That's why it comes with a tungsten filter as well as a diffusion filter. Now these are all magnetic. This is the great thing about the FNV lights is the filters are very easy to snap on. They just drop in place. The Z96 can be powered by either a Sony L series battery, a DC input, or by AA's inside of this battery tray here. There's a dimming knob here, and the Z96s can actually be stacked together using this little clip here. They can snap on the side, and so you can extend your light panel. But unlike the new 180s, the Z96 will not control all the units once they're connected together. You would have to control all of the LED lights individually, but they do snap together so you can create a larger panel. All right, we're going to start getting into the light tests here, and as an example, I actually have two Z96s here. They look exactly the same in every way, but this one I've had for a few years, and I actually got this one off of eBay, so I'm not exactly sure if this was counterfeit or not, but it is a Z96. I have them dimmed down fairly low, but you may already tell that there is some color difference in the LEDs here. Maybe if we hold it over the table, you could see one probably looks a little more bluish than the other, or a little purplish, while the other one looks a little bit more warm. And this is the very, very old unit here, and this is the new UltraColor high CRI Z96 from FNV. So over here I have a LED meter, and we're just going to shoot it at each one and see what difference we get. We should see a difference in the spectrum reading as well as the CRI. I'm just going to do it up close, so don't worry about the lux reading right now. So let's turn this one off and fire this one up all the way. We'll just take a quick reading here. All right, so the first reading here from the older Z96, you see the CRI is rated at 76. The color temperature is at 6400, so it's very cool. And don't worry about the lux reading because this is not at an accurate distance. But if we switch over to the spectrometer, you can see this is the chart. Now I'll upload all of this stuff to the blog so you can kind of compare them. But now we're going to take a reading of the UltraColor Z96. Now right off the bat, you can see that the CRI is at 94 and the color temperature is at 5400, which is fairly close to daylight. Again, don't worry about the lux because we're doing this up close. But if we switch over to the spectrum, you'll see there's a lot more color information there. So the LED bulbs in this one is definitely a lot better than just your average LED light. So just to show you, I'll bring a different light in and compare it with that as well. Okay, so what we have here is a 240 LED light. This is a bicolor version, but I do have it switched to full daylight and full brightness. So we'll take a quick reading here. So as you can see that the CRI reading is at 74. It's about 5600K, which is not too bad, but let's take a look at the spectrum. So that's the color information coming off of this light. And again, I'm gonna have all of these charts up online so you guys can take a look and compare. And then we'll take a look at another LED light. All right, so this one is the 312 LED light, very popular light, use it all the time. But we'll take a quick reading off of our LED meter here. As you can see, that CRI rating as well is only at 74. Color temperature at 5600K. We'll go into the spectrum. And that is the color information coming out of there. So we'll go back to the Z180 and we'll take a look at that CRI rating. This is a Z180 LED light over here. This is the UltraColor high CRI. So we'll take a quick reading here with our meter. And you can see that the CRI rating is at 92 and color temperature is at 5300K. And that's the color information coming from the spectrum. So definitely a lot better LED light. Don't go by these numbers specifically. These tests aren't super accurate the way I'm doing it, but it does show you that there's a huge difference between the UltraColors and your average LED lights that are on the market. So we're going to hook this up to a couple of different charts, try to lock down the white balance on the camera and kind of show you the difference of what these lights look like when they're pointed at some colored charts. All right, so those are some very basic tests using the UltraColor from F&V, but they should show you a difference in the high CRI LED lights versus your average LED lights on the market. They are definitely a lot cleaner. They are putting out better color. The benefits again to these smaller lights is that they are stackable so that you can create a larger light source. So it's easier to travel because you can stack several of these in a small bag rather than one large, say 1x1 panel. And then they all operate on different sources such as AA's or DC input or Sony L series batteries. So you're not dealing with the large, V mount or gold mount batteries. And that's it. That's a quick look. As far as the specs for total light output, I'll put all of that up on the blog. I'll also put some of the charts that we have from our tests to show you guys in comparison of what it looks like on the spectrum. But for any other questions you have, check it out on the blog, cheesycam.com.